Astroworld.
Could start there. I'm gonna go out and say I think that was the best project that came out on Friday.
Really?
Yeah.
Easily.
Pretty confidently.
Easily?
Pretty confidently.
Easily.
Get him, Parks. No, don't let him say that, Parks.
Easily.
I found it personally difficult to get into.
Easily the best project.
Well, you need to take 30 Xans, my brother.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
That was easily.
I might be on the wrong
You know what
drugs.
that felt like? Because I think we said that when we were naming the music that was coming out. I think we said
I
that.
thought Ross was dropping. My apologies, y'all.
Yeah, but even in that, we had said that Travis would have the most critically acclaimed album.
Yeah.
We did, yes. That was an easy call.
Yeah, we shouldn't be awarded for that
Yeah,
one.
we're trash.
Yo, this album is gonna be. We're gonna look back at this album. This is gonna be play a very important part in Travis's career, only because the way that he structured, like this felt like an album from like the way he structured it, like the early 2000s. As far as like I could tell he was very calculated in what he was doing, the music, the track listing, the sequencing. Like he paid attention to all the things that artists used to pay attention to.
Yeah.
And I was surprised. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I'm not the biggest Travis Scott fan. I do recognize that he does make good music.
Even though y'all family,
are we family?
I'm both in the Kardashian family.
Whatever. But I didn't think that.
I was like almost intrigued. I was like, oh wow, I didn't even know Maul had.
Yeah, you know, Maul's related to man industry niggas.
No, I'm not.
Maul's really the family with these niggas.
No, I'm not. But
I didn't. When Fabby put in the family,
I didn't expect him to make such a well. And he usually does make good projects, but this was like it really surprised me.
It felt like it was definitely a year and some change. Like this wasn't something he had all his mans in them in the studio and let's knock this out in 6 months. Like it felt like him and Mike Dean sat there for over a year, just the two of them.
I hate these niggas.
Yeah. I think it was the best placed features of any album this year. Everyone was perfect.
Yo, Rory always has a new compliment that I never heard. I think that was the best structured, placed feature that I've ever heard on an album.
You want to know my beef with Joe? Like my real beef with Joe?
The real beef. I don't want to hear the fake beef. Let me hear the real beef.
Anytime we'll get into a topic or try to talk about something, he'll try to shut it down right away. But then if we're just not as vocal, y'all don't even want to get into shit. Y'all don't even want to talk about shit.
Oh, yeah.
And then the moment we talk about it, he just tries to shut it down and fuck it all up.
That's him.
All right, so let me give you a little information. That's not true.
Let me give you a little information.
My bad, guys. It's not true.
That's not true.
Now I know.
Let me give you some behind the scenes pre-production and post-production work. When I be jumping in with y'all,
school me,
it's just to tease y'all, and then for y'all to get right back to the shit. Never to step on it or stop it. I want to just crack on y'all and make jokes. It's not to get y'all to stop.
Gotcha.
My memory is bad, so I'll lose focus of some shit. I'm not thinking that that's the case with y'all, so I take advantage of that. Is that all right? Do you understand now?
That's a nice
footnote. A little better?
It's a good footnote.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the best placed features of all time.
Yeah, you were saying.
I didn't say of all time. I said of any album this year.
The last 30 years.
35. No, I didn't think any feature went to waste. I feel like a lot of artists be like, all right, this might be my single, so let's put Drake there. Or this is my weekend hook. Like, this is where my R&B shit should be. I felt like that wasn't thought about. It was just placed perfectly per song. Like, The Weeknd sounds amazing, and that wouldn't really be a Weeknd song. I think...
Okay.
I just think Sway Lee at the end of that, the Sicko joint, was like just a good, perfect 12 seconds. Like, it was just a really well put together album to me.
Yeah.
I think it was well put together too. I just there wasn't enough differentiation between songs to me personally. I'm a Travis Scott fan.
far as
so
sonically?
17 scared me with Travis because sometimes a lot of his shit does sound very, very similar.
Well, that's not true on his early projects, at least. There
That
was a lot
his
of
last
diversity.
album. That was my beef with his last album, and it seemed like I was in the minority with that. I was running around asking everybody what they thought about the album, what they thought about the first 3, 4, 5 songs. It was like, oh, this shit is crazy, and I kind of felt like, yo, the Travis fans are fronting. Like, you know, you just feel like a fan base is lying. Like,
He's got a strong hive. The Travis hive is very strong.
I know, and that last album wasn't a bad album.
I like the last album.
But my complaints were, it didn't sound like he was there. It didn't sound like he really put his foot into that album. A lot of the songs sounded similar to me. It just sounded very lazy to me. But when I was the only one that felt like that, really, I thought, okay, maybe I'm just wrong.
Right.
Maybe I'm off about that.
Right.
Intro Astroworld. And just from how they was promoting the fucking artwork,
Right.
I was like, oh, this is different.
It's about to be some shit.
This is different. Everything about how they moved before I heard any music told me that this was going to be different. And then when I heard the music, I said, oh shit, this sounds different. This sounds like you really was present, trying to go there. The features, all the shit that they named, the sequencing, the little spots here
the production
and there,
was incredible.
Everything all around the place was great. The concept, all of the Houston shit, like.
Yeah.
And then when his numbers reflected the big jump, I said, oh, okay, see, now this is good. This is great to see. See, that's why I liked Scorpion a lot, I guess, because it's not very many albums, Kendrick, when he dropped, it's not very many albums where you can damn near pinpoint the direct attention that the artist team paid to the whole campaign.
Right.
To everything. Scorpion was that. Astroworld is that. Kendrick is always that. Cole always comes out in a Cole way, but it's different, so he has a way. Like, I appreciated that with this album, with him.
Yeah, and I think to your 2 point of Travis sometimes sounding similar in that, I think his sound grew with the shit like "Stop Trying to Be God." I think that was a notch up from a regular Travis.
Who's trying to be God? Who's trying to be God? Who's trying to be God? Come on, let's do it. Who's trying to be God? Who's trying to be God? Come on. Don't try to just have a smooth talk. Come on.
You know who trying to be God.
You know who trying to be God.
Stop trying to be God. He killed
You
that.
just jazzied that shit up. Crazy.
What record is that? That's
What
not
B-side
Travis
is that
Scott.
shit? You got the remix?
That's not Travis Scott.
No, that's the song.
No, that's not Travis
That little
Scott.
pause.
Bro. Yeah, like it didn't have that.
That's the second
vibrato in it.
one.
No, that's not
The second one is a pause. Stop trying to be God. Yes, it is.
Like, wait, hold on. Like,
That
what
shit
is
was
this
like
though?
real jazz.
All right, why do you do that?
all right.
Yeah, what
What's
are you
up with
playing?
y'all?
What instrument is this?
That's a pause.
Oh, that's
I'm
okay.
hitting pause.
Okay, got you.
With all 5 of your fingers hitting pause?
It's this finger, Rory.
You went like this.
You did say
You did this.
like on the downbeat, so it was like. So that's why I thought you were playing the keys, but all right, whatever.
It's cool.
Good.
Coffee Bean was a little different. That's one of my favorite songs on the album. I thought that was definitely not in the Travis realm. It's kind of preem Houstonish to me with the boom. I wouldn't say boom bap, but remnants of that.
Okay. I'm really bad at song titles, so I just be listening.
It's the last.
I'm terrible with song titles.
Someone would be like, "Yo, what's
Some of
your
my
favorite song
favorite
by
records,
them?"
I
I'm
don't.
like, I don't know
Some of my favorite records, I don't know the name of the
at
song.
all, ever.
That's a new thing though. Was that ever like that when
Always. It was
when y'all were
always like
younger?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
CDs,
when I-
tapes. That was
Yeah.
even worse back then, honestly.
I
no,
You
I
couldn't
can't
look at the
remember.
phone.
Some of my favorite Biggie joints, I don't know the name
I
of
don't
the
know the names
records.
of these
Some of my
shits.
favorite Pac, I don't know the name of the records. Like,
Oh, I think just when the iPod came with the shuffle, it kind of killed me sitting with an album for a while, and that's the
See.
only thing that was in my CD player for the whole day.
See, it
I
was-
couldn't switch it.
It was harder for me back then because there was no ID3 tags or whatever. You couldn't see the song title when it was on the CD player. It was just track
I would
06.
have. I'd have the disc.
Like, I like track 6.
What are y'all like bonding right now or something? Nobody gives a fuck about any of this shit y'all talking about.
About reminiscing on how you consume music.
why are you looking at me, man?
Because I let it rock for like 20 seconds. But then y'all still, no, listen, shut the fuck up.
All right, come on, man. You contact King.
How did
What's
you feel
up? What's up?
Yeah, how did you feel about the album,
What happened?
Travis's? Did you like it?
Oh, I thought I said already.
You liked it.
I liked it.
Okay.
I liked it. I did like it.